Actually, I was just looking now. It's like chilling. So, if you'd like to come into lying down and make it just about 7, so if you'd like to make yourselves comfortable, into a nice lying down position. I'm going to put you all onto mute. So as always, if you need to speak to me, then you can unmute at any point. So I put everyone onto mute now. So we'll take a little bit of time to relax to start off with. So if anybody else comes in, I'll let them in. So however you'd like to be, just make sure that you've got everything that you need. So, you know, if you've still got time to, if you need to go to the loo, if you need to gather, if you haven't got whatever you need to have. So make sure you've got a drink, make sure you've got some water, that you've got your props. So you'll need a block or cushion, blanket maybe. So just take your time, make sure you've got everything you need, and then we'll come into lying down. So taking this time to settle into your chosen position. So you may come into Shavasana, lying on your mat with your legs extended, or you may prefer to bend your knees. You may like to have a cushion underneath your head, or you may like to have support anywhere else. And allow your body to softly settle now. So letting your weight, the weight of your body settling down into the ground. Just allowing your head to rest either on your mat or on your cushion. Having the eyes softly closed. And just bring the arms alongside your body now. So slightly away from the body. So your palms are facing upwards, your fingers are gently curled. Softening now through your shoulders. Soften through the face. So releasing the brow, the temples, allowing the eyes to rest back in pools of darkness. Softening through the cheeks, softening through the center of your tongue, allowing your jaw to gently release now. So as if you have a grain of rice between your lips. And softening through the throat. Feel a wave of relaxation now rolling over your shoulders, and through your upper arms, into your elbows, into your lower arms, all the way through into the palms. Feel that softness in the palms. And allow your arms to softly rest. Feel the whole length of the spine, from your tailbone right the way through to the crown of your head. And visualize now the spine elongating. Still know that you can make any little adjustments that you need. Clothing, your coverings, your body posture, anything at all to bring you into a greater sense of ease. Softening through the buttocks, softening through your lower limbs, through your thighs, your knees, and the backs of your knees. Resting through your calves, your shins, your ankles, your If you have your legs extended, just allow your feet to flop out to the sides. And bring your awareness now to your breath. And breathe up now from the base of your spine. So the breath is ascending. You inhale all the way up to the crown of the head. And then exhale down the front of your spine, all the way to the bottom at the base of the spine. So follow the breath on the inhale, at the back of the body, from the base of the spine, up and over the crown of the head. And then exhale down from the crown of your head to the base of the spine. And just allow the breath to flow in that way. We're going to work with a chakra flow this evening, focusing on these 7 energy centers which run along the spine. So we have our earth center at the base of the spine. If you move a couple of inches higher up the spine, you come into your water center in the pelvic region. You move a little higher to this area around the navel, the solar plexus, we come into our power center, our fire center. And as we move a little bit higher, awareness at the heart center, our air center, center for love and compassion. And we rise up into the throat. We find our throat center, this center for communication. And you come a little bit higher to your third eye center, center for intuition. And when you come up to the crown, this is where we connect with spirit, connect with our higher self. Staying with that visualization along the spine. So tracing that journey, it's like a river of life that flows through us. Energies rising as we move up through the spine. We're gradually touching each of these energy centers along the spine. Each energy center is resonating to a color. So red at the base. As you move up to that sacral center, resonating with the color orange, to yellow at the solar plexus, green at the heart center, blue at your throat center, indigo at your third eye center, and violet at the crown of the head. So savor every shimmer of color along the way as you breathe. Entering each area tenderly, lovingly as you go. And finally, gently dissolving into the crown of the head. And then being aware of that space above the head. We have this dawning of awareness as we connect with all these energy centers. So the practice is aimed to bring these energy centers into complete balance. Stay with your breath now. Inhaling, exhaling. Just breathing into the belly. Feeling that expansion of the abdomen on the inhale. You'll feel the navel just softening down back towards the spine on the exhale. Staying with your breath here. So yoga, it allows us to rediscover a sense of wholeness in our lives, where we do not feel like we're constantly trying to fit the broken pieces together. And yoga allows us to find an inner peace that's not ruffled or riled by the endless stresses and struggles. It allows us to define a new kind of freedom, one that we may not have known ever existed. And of course, anyone can embark on this inward journey. It's not a religion or dogma for any one culture, and it's open to all, regardless of birth or background. So taking this time now to stretch out through the body. So we're going to reach the arms overhead on the inhale. Stretch the legs out long. Push away through the heels as you breathe in through the nose. As the arms come back alongside the body, just sighing the breath out through the mouth. Relaxing the shoulders, just letting go of anything at all, any tiredness, stress, tension that you might be feeling. Just let it go with the exhalation. So the out breath is a nice cleansing breath. We're going to take a few full body stretches here. Nice inhale as you reach the arms overhead, breathing in through the nose. Exhale, just allow the breath to fall out through the mouth. As your arms come back alongside your body. Next time the arms come back alongside the body, I'd like to invite you to gather the knees in towards the chest now. So you're coming into asanas, connecting with the pelvis, the lower back. You can take hold of your shins, or you might prefer to take the backs of your thighs. And then exhale fully, bring your head and your knees a little bit close together. Inhale, take a big full body stretch again. Stretch out through the body, push the heels away from you. And as the arms come back, again, we'll gather both knees in towards the chest. Just take your time with this stretch. Try not to put tension through the shoulders and the arms. And again, we'll exhale fully, bring your head and your knees a little close together. Inhaling, the head comes back onto the mat. Take another full body stretch here. That's lovely. This time, just drawing your right knee in towards your chest. We're going to extend away through that left heel. Again, we're going to exhale, bringing the head and the knee a little close together. And then inhaling, as your head comes back onto the mat, just release the sole of the foot to the floor. Let the arms come alongside the body. That's lovely. And then from there, so with that left leg extended, we're just going to lift that left leg, so just a couple of inches above the mat. And then from there, we're going to take some ankle rotations. So you're drawing a circle with your big toe. We'll take 6 rotations clockwise, and then 6 rotations anti-clockwise. Just take your time. So working into the ankle joint, you're also working into your leg muscles, your back muscles, your abdominal muscles. Bringing up any blocked energy around the ankle joint. Just taking your time to complete those repetitions. Just allowing that leg to rest. And then from there, again, with your right knee bent, sole of the right foot is on the mat. Left leg is extended long along the length of your mat. And again, we're just going to hover that left leg just above the floor, so just a couple of inches. And then push your left heel away as you pull your right toes back towards you. So inhaling and then exhaling. I'm going to point the toe away. Again, we'll do 6. So inhaling as you push the heel away, pull the toes back towards you. Exhaling as you point the toe away from you. Again, working into the ankle joint, leg muscles, back muscles, abdominal muscles, and aiding digestion. And a little look how you're doing there. So doing 6 of those, and then just allowing that leg to rest once you've completed those repetitions. And then once more, so from here, take a full body stretch again. And then as the arms come back, draw the left knee in towards the chest, put the left knee back towards you. Exhale fully, bringing your head and your knee close together. Inhale as your head comes back onto the mat. Release the arms, drop the left sole of the foot to the floor, so the right leg extended, just resting on the mat. And then just hover that right leg just above the floor. I'm going to take those ankle rotations. So you're drawing a circle with your big toe. You're going to take 6 circles clockwise and then 6 anti-clockwise on this right side. Again, just taking your time, exactly the same way as before. See how it feels on this side. Just moving all the way around that circle. That's lovely. Just allowing that leg to relax once you've completed those repetitions. And again, with your left knee bent, so with the foot on the floor, right leg extended. Just going to hover that right leg above the mat and then push your way through that right heel as you pull your right toes back towards you, inhaling. Exhaling as you point that toe away from you. And again, we'll do 6 on this right side in exactly the same way for that stretching. Back of the leg. Stretching up through the ankle, working the muscles of the leg, your lower back muscles working, abdominal muscles working to keep that leg slightly lifted. Just taking your time to complete those repetitions. And then from there, if you bring your knees in towards your chest again, you're going to reach the legs to vertical, reach the arms to vertical, a big stretch through. And then from there, if you take the hands, take the palms backs of your thighs, and then push your thighs into your hands, lengthening through the spine, the back of the neck. And then from there, if you just bend your knees, and then from there, just rock a little from side to side. So as your knees go one way, head goes the other way. Just a gentle rocking here. Just massaging lower back. That's lovely. And then from there, coming back center, so dropping the soles of the feet to the floor. We're going to come up into a bridge pose. This is our first posture for our chakra flow. So if you have your knees bent, heels are comfortably close to your buttocks, feet are facing forward, nothing underneath the head, arms are alongside body. So you have your feet are hip distance apart. So if your feet are too close together, you'll find your knees start to roll out. So just make sure that your feet are a decent distance apart. And then from there, so inhale here, push the feet into the mat. And on the exhale, we're going to peel the hips away from the floor, so lifting up, exhaling, inhaling here, exhaling as you roll all the way back down. So you're inhaling at the bottom, you're exhaling as you push your feet into the mat, peel the hips away from the ground, inhaling at the top, exhale as you peel back down. Once more inhaling. Exhaling as you lift up. This time, optional, inhaling, take your left hand over to the right. Releasing, palm comes back alongside the exhaling as you come all the way back down to that base position. So once more inhaling here. Exhaling as you lift up into your bridge. Optional. Inhale, reach your right fingertips over to that left side. And comes back alongside the body as you exhale and gently release. We're just going to do that from side to side with the optional stretch. So again, inhaling at the base position. Exhaling as you lift up into your bridge. Inhaling as left arm reaches over to the right. Exhaling as you lower all the way back down. Inhaling once more. Exhale as you lift. Inhale, right arm reaches over to left. Exhale as you release and just do one more of those to each side. Just staying with a normal stretch, or you can do that stretch with the arm. That's lovely. So bridge pose, connecting with our root chakra. And as you come back down, completing that sequence, just feeling stable through your body. So you connect with that earth center. So if you bring your awareness a little bit further up your spine now, we come into our water center. So just about 2 inches above the earth center at the base of the spine, we come to our sacral center. So Svadhisthana, one's own abode in Sanskrit. So we move from Muladhara at the base to Svadhisthana. So from here, we're going to roll the pelvis forwards and backwards with the breath. So you're exhaling as you flatten your lower back into the mat. Just draw the navel back towards the spine. Inhaling as you roll the pelvis away from you. Just rolling fluidly through the lower spine, just water flow. Inhaling and exhaling. Just establishing a lovely flow. So our sacral chakra is this center for sexuality, sensuality. I don't know if everyone can see, so we're just rolling. So it's a nice pelvic tilt. Exhaling as you're flattening your lower back into the mat. Navel drawing back towards the spine. Inhaling as that lumbar curve comes back into residence. On the exhale, you're just flattening the lower back into the floor. And on the inhale, lumbar curve coming back into residence. Just a very subtle flow. So very soothing if you've got any lower back issues. And this pelvic center, the sacral chakra, resonating to the color orange. Just coming back to neutral now. And then still staying with this sacral chakra, we're going to roll the pelvis around an imaginary clock face in a clockwise direction. So as if you're touching every number on that clock face, we're going to take a circular rotation, just going to gently massage the lower spine, connecting with this water center. Lovely fluid flow, circular rotation, and then take that rotation counterclockwise. Just taking your time, make sure you've got a good distance between the feet. That's lovely. And then coming gently back to center. And then from there, again, if you just bring your knees in towards your chest, take the hands to the backs of the thighs, do the rock from side to side. So as the knees go one way, the head goes the other way. You can either continue with that side to side rocking, or you could do a full spinal rock. So yeah, and you're just energizing the whole of the spine, just touching every energy center. We'll do about 6 of those, and then we'll come up. That's lovely. So once you're back up, if you'd like to have a little drink, of course, do grab some water. So the next posture, we're going to do the 5-bar gate pose. So we're going to work with the third and the fourth chakras together. So connecting the solar plexus, the fire center, and of course the heart center, our air center. So
Karen?
now I know kneeling doesn't suit everybody. Coming into this position doesn't suit everybody. So you've got the option. If you want to work with a side bend, you could do tall kneeling. So you could work with a simple side bend in this way. Or you can come into standing. You can work with a side bend in this way. We're also going to do a forward bend. So if you're coming into standing, of course, when we do our forward bend, you bend your knees and you come into a forward bend. So it's a little gate flow. So you could do it from a cross-leg position. You could do it with your legs extended. So you can work with a side stretch in this way if you prefer. So it's just giving you the different options. So I know some of you are working with different challenges. If kneeling doesn't suit you, just find a position that feels comfortable for you, and then I'll just guide you through the practice. So from your chosen position, so if you're coming into this 5-bar gate pose from tall kneeling, you can extend your right leg out to the right, so the sole of the foot is just resting on the mat. And then from there, we're going to reach the arms overhead. Nice inhale. And then exhale, release that right arm as you side bend over to the right. Right hand is connecting with that right leg. Inhale as you come back up. And then exhale, we're going to take a side bend over to the left. So you could have some padding underneath the hands, or you might want to touch down to the floor, or you might not. You might want to keep the arm extended overhead, reaching towards the sky, or you might want to bring that arm overhead. So whatever suits you. Inhaling as you come back up. Exhale, release that right arm. Take that side bend over to the right. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, side bend left. Make it your own. However you're working, standing, until kneeling, from seated. Just modify as you need to. Inhale as we come back up. Exhale as you release on that right side, opening up the left side body. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, side bend left. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Lovely. So from there, whatever position you're in, we're going to work on the other side now. So if you're coming into gate, you can extend that left leg along the length of the mat. Exactly the same on this side. So inhaling as you reach the arms overhead. Exhale, release that left arm. Side bend over to the left. So you can move your props to the right side if you need to. Inhale as you reach up. Exhale as you take a side bend over to the right. Fingertips touching down, and you could have some blocks. You can do that twice more. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you release. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. And come back, if you're in gate, come back to tall kneeling. Release. And then we'll come back to extending that right leg out to the right. And exactly the same. So inhale as you reach up. Exhale as you side bend over to the right. Inhale, reach up. This time exhale, fold forward into your forward bend. So if you're standing, you can come into your forward bend from standing. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release that left arm. Take that side bend over to the left. Lovely. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release. And then from there, so we'll come into exactly the same on the other side. From tall kneeling, extend that left leg out to the left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release that left arm as you side bend over to the left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side bend over to the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release, tall kneeling. So the final part of the sequence now, again, right leg extends out to the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side bend over to the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, left arm releases. Side bend over to the left. Optional lift through that right leg. And then releasing back to center. Exhale, coming to your forward fold. Inhale, come back into tall kneeling. And then to complete the sequence on the other side, you extend that left leg out to the left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side bend over to the left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side bend over to the right. Optional, lift up through that left leg this time. Placing that left foot. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, release. Come back into your tall kneeling. And then from there, we're going to sit back onto our heels. So sitting back onto your heels. Take the knees a little bit wider. And stretching the arms forwards, just dropping down into that space. Stretching out along the spine. Breathing along the spine, inhaling from tailbone through to the crown of your head. Exhaling from the crown of the head back through the front of the body to the tailbone. Inhaling up through the back of the body, tailbone to crown of the head. Exhale over the crown of the head, down to the base of the spine. Just dropping and sinking into space here. Surrendering the weight of your body. And then from there, if you pad your palms back to your knees, bring your knees close together. And then from there, so we're going to come up into standing now. Have a little drink if you'd like to. So from standing, we're going to work with this throat chakra, the throat plexus. So a lot of chi can get stuck here, so it really helps the chi to flow, just moving effortlessly through the neck. So the feet, have your feet just about hip width apart here, feet facing forwards in Tadasana. And then have your palms facing forwards and outwards. And then inhale as you turn the head looking over your left shoulder. Exhaling as you turn the palms to the backwards direction as you look over your right shoulder. So inhaling, palms facing forwards, looking over the left shoulder. Exhaling, palms turning backwards, looking over your right shoulder. Just continue with the breath. Inhaling this time, just come back to center. Palms are open. We'll just work that in the opposite way now. So inhaling, looking over that right shoulder as the palms are facing forwards. Exhaling as the palms are facing behind as you turn your head to your left shoulder. You're just changing that flow with the breath. And then releasing the head back to center. And take a nice clockwise circle now. So you're drawing a circle with the nose. And then taking that rotation in the opposite direction. Releasing from there and coming back to center. Lovely. And then from there, so it will come into a wide leg forward fold now, so connecting with our third eye center. So if you bring the legs a comfortable distance apart, so coming into Prasarita Padottanasana, so opening up the energy in the third eye center. So just taking your time to have the legs a comfortable distance apart. You could have some blocks or some books in the center to bring your hands onto some support, bringing the earth a little bit higher. So if the floor feels too far away, just have some padding, some blocks in the center here. And then from there, we're going to hinge forward from the hips, nice long spine. And then you can bring your hands down either onto your mat or onto your blocks or onto some padding. And then release your head and neck. A little yes, no with the head here. Taking your time. Inhaling, exhaling. Opening up through the pituitary and the pineal gland, so connecting with our natural intuition. And then from here, bring the right hand to center. I'm going to take that into a twist. If you make a fist with your left hand, and then lift that left elbow skywards as you twist around to the left, maybe extending that left arm overhead or just staying in that archer position with the elbows extending skywards. So twisting round to the left. And then gently releasing back to center. Left hand comes to that central position, middle finger lining up with the tip of the nose. Make a fist with your right hand. As you twist around to the right, your right elbow is lifting skywards. You're going to extend that right arm overhead. You might want to look up or forward or down as you come into that twist on the other side. And then from there, gently releasing, coming back to center. Just come into your nice dangling forward fold. Taking your time here, inhaling, exhaling. Focusing on that third eye center, that center for intuition, the colour indigo, resonating with that colour indigo. And then from here, if you move up onto your fingertips from your forward fold, we're going to bend the knees well. Walk the feet back in with a little heel toe till your feet come to just about hip width apart. So the knees are well bent and you come into a nice dangling Uttanasana forward fold. You get a nice flow of blood back to the brain. Reconnecting again, just feel into that third eye center. Take a few sighing breaths here. Inhale through the nose, pull the breath out through the mouth. Just feel the whole length of the spine here. Nice sense of letting go, releasing of any tightness, of any tension. And then engage your core muscles. We're going to slide the hands all the way back, up the legs as you gently release, coming back into your mountain pose. Reaching the arms overhead here. Exhaling. Just gathering down. Back down through all the energy centers. So we've worked the 6 energy centers. So the last one, the 7th, is the crown chakra. So for this one, we're going to so here connecting with spirit, colour white or violet. So we're going to come into a balance. So if your balance is compromised here, so we can work in this way, shift the weight over into your left foot and then just lift up through your right heel, inhaling. Exhaling as you release the arms, releasing that right sole of the foot back to the floor, shift the weight over into the right foot. Inhale as you lift up through your left heel, reach the arms overhead. Exhaling as that heel connects back to the floor. So you can work in that way. So if you feel that your balance is shaky, you're not actually lifting the leg, you're just lifting up through the heel. Well, your other option, of course, is to lift up through the knee, inhaling, exhaling, as you release. And as you inhale, just think of so you're gathering whatever it is you wish to gather here as we connect with spirit at the crown. So maybe sunshine, joy, love, forgiveness, courage, strength, compassion, tenderness, generosity, intuition, relaxation, whatever it is you wish to gather here. And just gently releasing. Just take the hands to the lower belly, to this area called the dantian. Just close your eyes here. So all that you've gathered in, taking this energy and storing it in the lower belly. So it's always with you, stored here. And then from there, so we're going to come back down to the floor now. So as you come down to the floor, so we're going to come into a seated twist. So you could sit on your mat. You might want to use a cushion or a block, whichever you prefer. We'll start just having the legs extended. Just grow a little bit taller through your crown. So as we come into the twist, we're going to connect with all the chakras along the spine. So we can just visualize all these these centers. So from here, if you'd like to bend your right knee, just drawing your right heel a little closer towards you, and again, grow a little bit taller. And then from there, just wrap your left arm around your right knee. And on an exhale, we're going to twist around in the direction of that bent leg. So you're twisting around to the right. So you're taking that right hand to the base of the spine, either palm of the hand or up onto the fingertips in that tripod style. You could look over your right shoulder, or you could release your head so that you're just gazing out to the side. So you want to feel the twist through the belly, so you don't want to overwork the neck. Just feel the energy now along the whole of the spine. So the twists, of course, are excellent for detoxification, bringing out the old. And then on the inhale, as you gently unravel all those areas, refilling with new oxygenated blood, new nutrients, just extending that right leg long now. Coming back to symmetrical. And then we'll come into that twist on the other side. So we're going to bend that left knee. And then wrap your right arm around your left knee for a little bit taller through your crown. And then exhaling, we're going to twist around to the left. Either looking over that left shoulder or releasing the neck a little bit if you need to. So on the inhale, just see if you can grow a little bit taller along your spine. And on the exhale, you might be able to deepen a little bit into that twist. And then inhaling again, just gently unravel, coming back to center. Lovely. Okay, so from there, again, do take a little drink if you'd like to. From here, if you'd like to find a position on all fours. So you could be on all fours, you could be on forearms, you could be on your fists. Whatever suits your wrists here. So we're going to find our cat on all fours. And then find that lovely flow along the spine. So on the inhale, lift the tailbone, hollow the back, lift the chin skyward. And on the exhale, drop the tailbone down, arch the back, chin to chest, draw the navel back towards the spine. Just allowing that lovely flow of energy along the whole of the spine, inhaling as you lift. Exhaling as you release into that domed aspect. Allow the breath to flow all the way along the spine, unimpeded. From here, just coming back to center. And then just take the hands a little bit further out to the sides, just a little bit further forwards. Take the toes under, drop the tailbone back towards the heels. Push into the hands and just hover your knees above the mat. And then from there, we're going to take the tailbone skywards, drop the head between the arms. Drop the chest back towards the thighs, coming into downward facing dog. Just release the head and neck. Just find that lovely flow of breath. Nice inhale through the nose. And then sigh it out through the mouth. Pedaling the feet here, stretching out through the backs of your legs. Your dog pose. And then from there, we're going to bring the head forward of the arms. Drop the knees down. Take the toes out. Take your knees a little wider. Going to sit back onto the heels. Take the arms wider than shoulder width apart. Drop the chest down. Soften through the belly. Drop the forehead towards the mat. Stretching through your lower back. Releasing, surrendering here. Just allowing the whole body to release, soften. Just tracing that river of life back along the spine. Let that breath flow through you. Luxuriously rising energies, gradually touching each of the centers along the spine. Savor every shimmer of colour along the way, entering each area tenderly, lovingly as you go. Finally, gently dissolving into the crown of the head, and then in the space above the head, perhaps this dawning of awareness. And then from here, just lift the head a little. We're going to walk the palms back towards the knees. And then from here, if you come back into a seated position, you might want to have a drink. You might want to sit onto your block or your cushion. Find it comfortable. You can be cross-legged, you can have your legs extended, whatever you prefer. And then from there, so if you have your left arm out in front of you, and then take your right hand to your right shoulder, and then take your right elbow towards your outstretched left arm. Inhaling, take a backward circle. Exhaling, right elbow to left arm. Inhaling, lifting up through. Right elbow taking a circle. Exhaling, right elbow to left arm. Once more, inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling, extend that right arm out in front of you. Take the left hand to the left shoulder. And then exhale, left elbow to right arm. Inhale as you take that circle, just working into the shoulders a little. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Gentle release here. Inhale, lift the shoulders up towards the ears. Take a little squeeze here. Exhale, gently release, shoulders release and back down. Do that twice more with the breath. Inhaling, she lift the shoulders up towards the ears. Little squeeze. Exhale, she gently release back down. One more time here, inhaling. Exhale, release. Perfect. And then from there, so if you come now into a tall kneeling position, and then inhale as you reach the arms overhead. Exhale as you release into your fours position. And take a round of cat here. So inhaling as you lift your chin, lift your chest. Exhaling as you drop your tailbone down, arch your back up, chin to chest. Inhaling as you come back to center, stretch your right leg out behind you, take the toes under. Stretch your left leg out behind you, toes under. Engage your core muscles. You come into this wedge or press up position. And then from there, so we're going to drop the knees down, take the toes out, keep the elbows tucked in as you lower your upper body to the mat. Extend the legs out behind you. Hands come directly underneath the shoulders. Tuck the chin in. Inhale, skim the nose forward towards the top of your mat. Exhale as you lift up cobra. Make it your version. Inhale here. Exhale as you release and lower back down. Inhaling now, just take the hands back so the hands are alongside the chest. Take the toes under and then push up again into your wedge shape. You can drop the knees at any point. And then from here, we're going to push up into downward facing dog. Drop the chest back towards the thighs, lift the tailbone skywards. And then inhale as you lift the right leg skywards. Exhale as you gently release. Inhale as you reach that left leg skywards. Exhale as you release and lower. Head comes forward of the hands, drop the knees down. Take the toes out. Reach up into tall kneeling, inhaling. Exhaling. Gently release the arms, soften through the shoulders. And then from there, if you'd like to come back into a seated position, either cross-legged on your mat, or you can have your legs extended. We're going to do a pranayama practice now, a seated pranayama practice. So all you need is to have your spine extended and lifted. And then we'll have a nice lie down. So just making yourself comfortable here. So from that position, so it's a breathing practice. It's the Hatha Yoga pranayama. So it's breathing involves isolating each section of the lungs by the use of 3 mudras. So the first mudra is chin mudra. So you're going to connect your thumb with your index finger, just resting the hands on the legs. And then closing the eyes, so you're just breathing into the abdominal space, upper abdominal space between the navel and the breastbone. So you feel a gentle rise and fall Stay connected to your breath. So this mudra is directing the breath into that upper abdominal space. So the mudras link up the energy terminals in the hands that make connections to that part of the brain, the medulla oblongata, the back of the brain, which governs sectional breathing. So breathing into the lower lobes of the lungs. So precious stimulated nervous impulses in the hands, accessing the respiratory centers of the brain. And then from there, so still keeping that connection between your thumb, pad of your thumb with the pad of your index finger, just going to close the three fingers into the palm. So we move from chin mudra to chin mudra. The hands can just rest on the thighs. Again, you can close your eyes. As you breathe here, you'll feel the breath shift up into the mid-chest. So this is mid-chest breathing. Accessing the middle lobes of the lungs. So we're directing the breath now into the middle lobes. And then if you open the palms wide, place the thumbs into the palm and then close the other fingers over the top of the thumb to make a fist. It's Adi Mudra. And closing the eyes. This time we're breathing into the upper lobes of the lungs. So clavicular breathing or upper chest breathing. Oxygenating the upper lobes. So from open palms, thumbs come into the center and then you close the hands over the thumb to make a fist. So we focus on the breath in the upper chest. And then from there, if you bring the knuckles together and then bring the hands to the center of the chest, the sternum. And here we can focus on complete breath. So here you can feel the breath move from the abdomen to the mid-chest, the heart, and the upper chest, top of the inhale. And then exhaling, releasing abdomen, mid-chest, upper chest. Stay with that experience of the complete breath. So here, just utilizing our full lung capacity. Breathe in deeply to bring your mind home to your body. And then from there, just releasing from the mudra, you can wriggle your fingers a little. And then from there, so if you'd like to now transition down onto that, so the final relaxation, you can have a little drink. Just make sure that you've got everything that you need to be comfortable. And then we'll take our time to relax. Just choosing a comfortable position. So your body will cool down a little over the course of your practice. So just make sure that you're warm enough. So using padding anywhere that you need. You might wish to use an eye pillow. With the eyes closed, we open to the vastness of our inner world. So just taking this time to arrange your body in a way that's supportive to you, either Shavasana, less extended, perhaps the knees bent, that supports your lower back a little more. So you start to become aware of the support of the earth beneath you. And feel that downward pull of gravity drawing you to the center of the earth. Notice this connection and how the earth holds you. Notice your breathing. Breathing in and breathing out. So there's no need to change the breath in any way. Just be aware of its flow and your own interconnection with the whole of life. As you breathe out, just thinking about how we give life to all plant forms. And as you breathe in, we receive this life-giving energy, bringing awareness to this symbiotic relationship with each breath. So in any quiet moment, when you're breathing, notice the breath flow out and pause of itself, and flow back in and pause of itself. Become aware of the space around you, no beginning, no end. And now noticing the sounds in this space. Those sounds that are close to you within the room. Those sounds farther away. And the sounds within the space of your body. And then bring awareness to sensations, sensations in the mouth and your tongue, your taste buds. Become aware of your eyes. And even though your eyes are closed, there's this ability to see inwardly. And embrace this infinity. Dive in and drink deeply. So we're going to take a rotation now around the body. So we let go of thinking and open to sensing and feeling. There's no way to do this practice wrong. We don't even need to try to relax. We just take our attention to felt body sensation. Breathing now into the space between your eyebrows, the eyebrow center. And now breathing into the hollow of your throat. Become aware of your right shoulder joint, the right shoulder, and the bend of your right elbow, bend of your right wrist, and the tip of your right thumb, your index finger, your middle finger, ring finger, little finger, and the bend of your right wrist joint, bend of your right elbow, your right shoulder, and breathe into the hollow of your throat. Become aware of your left shoulder and the bends of your left elbow, the bends of your left wrist, the tip of your left thumb, and your index finger, your left middle finger, ring finger, little finger, and again the bend of your left wrist, the bend of your left elbow, your left shoulder, and once more breathing into the hollow of your throat. Taking the breath into your heart center. Breathing into this heart center. Now breathing into the belly. And aware of the breath in the belly. Taking your awareness to your right hip, your right knee, the bend of your right ankle, tip of your right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. Your right ankle, your right knee, your right hip. Breathe into your lower belly. Become aware of your left hip, and the bend of your left knee, bend of your left ankle, and the top tip of your left big toe, your second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. Become aware of your left ankle, your left knee, left hip. Breathe into your lower belly. Breathe into your heart center. And now breathe into the space behind the eyebrows. Become aware of your body lying in space. Notice sensations and feelings in the body as you observe your natural resting breath. And let your body now be open to renewal. Noticing how you feel as you simply observe the rhythm of your natural breath. Resting into the background of awareness. Where there's nothing to do, nothing to accomplish, nothing left to complete, nothing you need to get, nothing you need to know, and nowhere you need to be. Not only do we open ourselves to the possibility of renewal, but also all those that we are connected with, offering ourselves and others this gift of nourishment. Taking your awareness now back to the base of your spine, to your earth center. Breathing into your earth center. Muladhara. Place of stability and strength. Take the awareness a little further up the spine, just a couple of inches to enter your water center, Svadhisthana. Coming home to one's own abode. Breathing fluidly into your water center. Peace and balance. And take your awareness now to the area around the navel, your solar plexus. Fire center, your center for power. Taking that awareness from Manipura chakra, the navel, up to your heart center. We enter Anahata, space of love and compassion for yourself, for others. Breathing into this center. And then draw your awareness a little higher, coming into our throat center, our center for communication. Vishuddhi chakra. And coming up to your third eye center, Agya, psychic center, center of intuition. And bringing your awareness up to the crown of your head, Sahasrara. Connecting with spirit, your highest self. Small breathing along the whole length of the spine, tracing that river of life that flows through you, luxuriously rising energies, gradually touching each of these centers along the spine. Enter each area tenderly, loving as you go. Finally, gently dissolving into the crown of the head. And then in the space above the head, this dawning of awareness. And aware of your body lying on the mat, taking your awareness now into your hands, your feet, your fingers, and your toes. Just bringing a little bit of movement here, starting to wriggle fingers and the toes, perhaps bending the knees, maybe taking the knees minutely one way, the head the opposite way. So you're just taking gentle little movements to wake the body up. perhaps some bigger stretches if you need them. And then in your own time, just rolling over onto one side, whichever side feels most comfortable. So coming to nice, easy fetal position. And in your own time from here, completely in your own time, just opening your eyes. Coming back up into seated, just at the point that feels right for you. Arms together at the center of the chest in Anjali Mudra. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you so much.